Hello, my dear students. I hope you all are doing well at home. So, welcome back to my English literature class. I am Anjana Jindal and I am back here with chapter number 10 of our Mulberry book. The name of the chapter is The Railway Children. So, children, before going through the story, let me tell you something about the author of the story, Edith Nesbit. Edith Nesbit was an English author whose writing covered a wide range: poems, plays, novels, ghost stories, fantasies of magic and time travel, and tales of country life. She is best remembered for her adventure stories for children. Her better known books include The Treasure Seekers, The Woodway Goods, The Story of the Amulet, and The Enchanted Castle. The Railway Children, from which the excerpt has been taken, depicts a family which has to move to a house near the railway track after the father of the children is imprisoned due to false charges, depicts the social realities of her times and the way the family copes with the situation. So, children, now let me tell you something about the story. Means what the story is about, the railway children. Okay, yeah. So, children, this is a story of three children, Roberta, Phyllis, and Peter, who lived in a respectable suburban villa with the wonderful parents. Right, until one day, great disgrace and poverty befalls them. How? The father was taken away to prison, but they were not knowing this fact in the beginning, right? They were not knowing that father is imprisoned, right? They simply thought that okay, father went somewhere for little long. Okay, yeah, and they had to move to a poor cottage in the country near a railway track. So let's read the story and understand. Children, now let's read the story about three children who had to leave their home and move to a new one. Let's read. There were three of them. Roberta was the eldest, next came Peter, and the youngest was Phyllis. They lived with their parents in a red brick fronted villa. So, children, as I told you, that the story is about three children: Roberta, Phyllis, and Peter. So, among them, Roberta was the eldest one, and the middle one was Peter, and the youngest was Phyllis. Okay, and they lived with their parents in a red brick fronted villa, means in a big villa whose front was made up of red bricks. That's why here it is called as red brick fronted villa. Okay, yeah. Father and mother were always ready to play with the children and read to them. They were very happy, but they did not know how happy till the pretty life in the red villa was over and done with, and they had to live a very different life indeed. So, children, here comes the twist. See, uh, these three children used to live very happy life they were living with their parents. And the parents, they had wonderful parents. The parents were very loving and caring. They always used to spend their time with their children, always ready to play with their children, listen to them, and used to tell them the bedtime stories and all. Right? So they always used to enjoy with them. So this way they were very happy. They were leading a very happy life. But nobody knows no that what will happen next. So they were not knowing that what will happen next in their lives. That the twist will come. Yes, and they had to live a very different life. Maybe difficult, maybe easy. Let's see what happens. The change came quite suddenly on Peter's 10th birthday. Two stern looking gentlemen came to see father that day. Father and mother took them to the library, there was a lot of talking. The children heard boots go out and the front door shut. So, children, here comes the twist in the story, and of course, in their lives. So, it was the 10th birthday of Peter, and suddenly something happened. Change came into their lives. And what happened? See, the two stern looking gentlemen. You know what is the meaning of stern looking? It means unfriendly looking. Means the two gentlemen came uh, who were looking very unfriendly. Means they were not knowing them. They never came to their home earlier, right? So they were not knowing about them. They were the strangers for children, right? And they came to see father, and the parents, means the father and mother, took those gentlemen to the library to talk, and they had a long conversation. Okay, they had a long conversation, and then but children were not knowing now what is happening. Yeah, they only heard, after some time they simply heard boots go out, means the footsteps of the people going out, and the front door, means the main door, was shut. Now what happened? Then mother came in. Then after that, their mother came to their children. Father's being called away, she said. There has been some trouble, but I want you not to ask me any questions about it. Be good and go to bed. They kissed her and went. So, you know what happened when mother came to the children back? She told that father is being called away. You know, called away means asked someone to leave a place. Means father was asked to leave this place, and he went with those strangers, means those two stern looking gentlemen, right? So there is some trouble, means little mother was little tensed, right? It seemed a terrible situation, you know, mysterious circumstances, and those mysterious circumstances where father went away with those uh, people, no, two gentlemen. Yeah. So mother was also looking tensed, and she simply said that, okay, father has gone out, and I don't want you to ask anything to me. Don't ask me any question, and just behave like good children, right? And simply go to bed and just sleep. So they also behaved. The children were very good, right? Very understanding and very obedient. So as the mother said, the children did the same. They didn't ask any question. They simply kissed their mother and went to their bed. A few days later, mother came down to breakfast. She looked pale, but she smiled and said, now, my pets, we are going to leave this house and go and live in the country. I know you will love it. Now, after a few days, what happened when mother came down for a breakfast? No, so she was looking pale, means she was very sad. She was not happy. She was too tensed, but she didn't reveal the things, the facts in front of her children. She didn't tell anything to her children. She simply put a smile on her face, and with a smile on her face, she came to her children and simply said that, "Okay, my dear children, my dear ones, my pets. Now we are going to leave this house. Okay, now we'll move to a new one. We'll go to a new house in the country. Okay, and I know you will love it because see, we always love little change, you know. Yeah, so she just show a positive attribute, no? Yeah, so she said, okay, now I know that you will love that place, and we'll move from this place now. Okay, now a whirling week of packing followed. Not just packing clothes, like when you go on a holiday, but packing chairs, tables, crockery, blankets, candlesticks, and carpets. Then boxes were filled, and the next afternoon a cab came to take them to the station. So, children, what happened then? As the mother told them that now we have to leave this house and we have to move to a new one. So they started doing the packing. Mother said that, okay, start doing your packing. So it was not The packing, like just packing the clothes, like if you are going for a holiday, no, you're spending a few days. If you are going to spend your holiday somewhere, so for few days you are going, so you generally used to pack your clothes and the necessary things only, no? Yeah. So this packing was not like that. It was like they packed each and everything. I mean, the furniture, everything, all the chairs, tables, all the crockery, blankets, everything there packed. And when we shift from one house to another, no, so when we pack all the things and in a big big boxes, no, cartons and all, no, yeah. So the same way they also, the boxes were filled and they packed all the things, and then the next afternoon they went to the station in a cab. Okay. On the train, the children enjoyed looking out of the window, but when it grew dusk and they were sleepy, they were roused by mother saying, "Wake up, dears, we are there." So children, as they went to the station, means they are going by train, isn't it? Yes. So when they boarded on the train, then they enjoyed the train journey. Okay, the children enjoyed because they looked outside the window, see so many things that they used to see, na, new trees and many other scenes. So they enjoyed looking outside. But when it was dusk, dusk means children. Dusk is the daytime, means evening. It is the time of the day that is evening, when the light has almost gone, but it is not yet dark. It's not night before that, evening time, that is dusk. Okay. So by the dusk they were feeling very sleepy, and as they were in the deep sleep, so they were roused. Roused means woken up. So when they were in the deep sleep, they were woken up by their mother, and mother said simply that, okay dears, wake up now, we are there, means now we have reached to our place where we have to go. Okay. Yeah. They woke up and stood shivering on the cold platform. The baggage was loaded onto a cart. "Come," said mother, "we have got to walk." The walk was dark and muddy. The children stumbled a little on the rough road. Now, the children woke up when mother asked them to wake up. So they woke up and then they came out of the train, and the weather was cold. Okay, it was cold weather, the cold platform, and they were standing over there. So they were shivering little. They were feeling cold, right? And they loaded all their baggage on the cart and they went from there. Then mother said, okay, after putting all the packages onto a cart, mother said, okay, now let's have a walk. Okay. Yeah. So mother was treating the children in a jolly way, and just with a great understanding, and she was not letting her children to feel sad or anything negative side or little bad. Okay, because all these things are new to them, no? They used to live in a big villa, and now they are coming to a small house in the countryside, right? So they have to walk. So the mother said, okay, now let's have a walk. Okay. So when they started walking, it was dark already, and the walk was muddy, means it was all mud over there. On a mud they had to walk. So, and the road was also rough, so the children were stumbling little because they were not in a habit of walking on such type of a rough road, right? Yeah. So presently, a great dark lumpish thing showed over to the right. "There is the house," said mother. There was no light in the windows. So now, when they started walking after some time, they saw a great dark lumpish thing at the right side, and mother said that there is the house. Means that dark lumpish thing is the house where they have to shift. They have to now live over there, right? So there was no light in the windows. They saw that no light was there in the windows. All it was dark. The man who drove the cart stooped, took out the key from under the doorstep, unlocked the door, went in, lit a candle. By its thin little glimmer, children saw a large bare kitchen. There was a rustling, scampering sound. "Oh, what's that?" asked the children. "It's only the mice," said the cartman. "What fun!" said mother. "This is quite an adventure, isn't it?" Yeah. So now what happened when they reached the house? So the man who was driving the cart, no, he stopped over there. He took from the just under the doorstep. He took out the key of that house, and then he unlocked the door. and went inside as it was all dark over there. So simply, firstly, what he did, he lit a candle over there. Okay. And then by its thin little glimmer, the children saw what they saw. They saw a large bare kitchen. There was a big kitchen. Bare means empty. Okay. So there was a rustling, scampering sound. You know what is rustling sound? A sound of the dry things moving together, lightweight dry things like uh, children. Have you seen the dry leaves? If you rub them together, no, then a rustling sound comes. No, yeah. So that is, and scampering means moving quickly with short, light steps. Means something is moving quickly with short steps. So it seems like as if the mouse moves, no? Yeah, in that ways. So then children simply ask that, oh, what's that? Because children never saw all these things. It was all new for them, no? So they simply asked, oh, what's that? Then the cartman simply said, no, nothing, nothing, nothing to worry. It's just only the mice, mice. So mother uh, suddenly diverted their minds, and she uh, twisted her, what to say, like twisted the way she was talking, no? So she simply said that, oh, what fun. Means they diverted, she tried to divert their mind, no? So that children will not feel sad, because children have come from a big villa to a very small, dark, lumpish house. So obviously, it is quite obvious, no, that children will feel bad coming to such a dark, lumpish house. So she was not feeling like she didn't let her children to feel sad. That's why she diverted and said, "Oh, what's fun! Wow, it's quite an adventure, isn't it?" Hmm. They lit a fire in the dining room. Everyone was very, very tired, but cheered up at the sight of the funny and delightful supper. There was biscuits, the Mary, and the plain kind sardines, raisins, and marmalade. Then what they did next, they lit a fire in the dining room because as it was all dark, everyone was very tired because they came after a journey, no? So they were, all were very tired. But then when the funny, delightful supper came, no, they all were cheered up to see that. And what was there in the dinner supper? It was the biscuits, the Mary, the plain kind, sardines. You know what is sardines? Sardines is a small sea fish. There's a, you know what is marmalade? Marmalade is jam or jelly made from the fruits. The type of a jam, something usually used to eat in the breakfast. Okay. So this was all about in their supper. So it was quite funny, no, and delightful supper because they never had in such a way. And also, see, that time they were not having the things, no, um, all those things were not provided with them, so that mother can cook a proper food for them, right? So and also they all were tired, so it was not so easy at that time, as it was just about to be night, so it was not easy to arrange the things. So simply they were having this type of supper, and that's why it was a little funny and delightful for them. Now, next morning, Roberta woke Phyllis, saying, we are in the new house. Let's get up and begin to be useful. We will just creep down mouse quietly. You know what is mouse quietly? Mouse quietly means very quietly. She said that, well, just creep down very quietly and have everything beautiful before mother gets up. I have woke Peter. He'll be dressed as soon as we are. So as the Roberta was the eldest one, no? Yeah, eldest sister. So she woke Phyllis and she said that, okay, now we are in a new house now, so let's do something good. Let's be useful, means let's help uh, the mother. So before mother gets up, no, so before that, let's arrange the things in a proper manner, means have everything beautiful, means let's arrange the things beautifully so that mother will be happy when she will wake up. And she said that I have woken up Peter as well, and he'll be dressed soon. So let's start. Okay. So children were also nice, no? Very understanding. Yes. Now they lighted the fire and put the kettle on, and they arranged the crockery for breakfast. When there seemed to be nothing more that they could do, they went out again into the fresh, bright morning. So children, as Roberta said, no, so let's do something new, something means let's do something so that mama will be happy, no? So before she will wake up, let's do something and arrange the things properly. So they arranged all the crockery for the breakfast properly, and they lighted the fire over there and put the kettle on. But after that, when they saw the for the things, so they didn't get anything, so they didn't understand and they didn't found anything to do. Like they felt like now we cannot do anything, this much was what we could do. So what they did, they went out the fresh bright morning as they woke up early, no? Yeah, before their mother. So it was a bright morning. It was a fresh bright morning. So they went out to see the nature, right? They went out to the yard and watched the hilly country below. They could see the line of the railway down below. Let's sit down a bit, suggested Roberta. So children, they went out to the yard, and what they did, they watched the hill country below. Hilly country below means all that it was. They went to a hilly area, na? Yeah, hilly country. So they saw the natural scene. As children, if you spend, you go to spend your holidays in some hilly areas, na, or some hill stations, so you enjoy seeing that scene, nature scene, no, scenery. Yeah, so they were also enjoying, so they could see the line of the railway down below as the railway track. Their house was near the railway track, so they could see over there the railway line. Okay. So then Roberta, as she was the eldest, she suggested, okay, let's sit down a bit. Let's sit here for some time. As it they were very happy to see all that natural scene, no? Yeah. Children see nature is very beautiful. So every one of us enjoy nature, no? Yeah. So the same happened with the children. So they sat there for some time. So they sat down on a great flat grey stone that had pushed itself up out of the grass. So there was a large stone, grey colored flat stone between the grass. So they all three, they sat over that. And when mother came out to look for them at 8 o'clock, so after some time when they were sitting over there, so around 8 o'clock when mother came to look for them, that where the children are. Okay, so what she found? She found them deeply asleep in a contented, sun-warmed bunch. So, you know what is the meaning of contented? Contented means happy or satisfied. So what she saw that the children were deeply asleep, means they were sitting, they would have been sitting and talking and enjoying the nature, no? Yeah, the weather, the fresh morning. So they got asleep over there. So she found them deeply asleep and in a contented sun-warmed bunch. Contented means it seemed that the children were very happy or satisfied. So the mother was also happy to see her children, because see, whatever the things were, their mother was very tensed, obviously. It was a mysterious condition for them. But mother did not tell anything to her children, no, that what happened and what is the situation. The father is imprisoned or something like that. So she tried her best to keep her children happy. So when she saw that the children are happy and satisfied and they are in deep sleep, so she felt good. Okay, so this was all about the story, The Railway Children, and I hope that you understood it well. Okay, so now, children, I hope you enjoyed the story and understood it very well. So now it's the time for your home assignment. So in your homework, you have to read the story again. Okay, and you have to learn the word meanings which are given below. And then after learning, just write the word meanings very neatly in your mulberry copy. Okay. Okay, children. Bye bye.